Continuing on with the very simple, non-frilly products, Paula's Choice sent their Refreshing Moisture Mist, and it's not Cleaning Moisture Surge for me. I prefer Cleaning Moisture Surge. I tend to prefer stuff with scent too. I mean, I just being real, right? But I've used half the bottle because I kept trying to test it to see how I felt about it, and I don't think it's not the kind of thing that when it's finished I'll be running out to go grab another one afterwards, but I think it is a good mist, and I think if you just prefer things that are fragrance-free and unscented and they get the job done, that's what this is. But that's what Paula's Choice is. It's very, you know, it's thoughtful, and it's usually quite streamlined, and only complaint I have, the mister is like, it's a power washer, but you can control the pressure with how hard you push on the nozzle. So if you push like lightly, like that's that, but if you push all the way down and hard, see what I mean? Arm's length, but I'm like, that's just awkward. So I don't know. However, I started using this, the 1% retinol. Fantastic. I don't find that this is actually drying, but then again, I don't use it every day, and I don't approach retinoids that way personally. It's the kind of thing that I will introduce once or twice a week to kind of spike my frequent lull of more mild retinoids in either oil, in an oil context, or a very mild retinoid serum. So this is the kind of supercharged once or twice a week. It is a very creamy consistency. It feels great on the skin. It feels like a serum. It smells like the BHA body, which I personally love. I think it's because it has melon extract in it or something like that, but it's great. Oil sits nicely over it, moisturizer sits nicely over it. I don't feel like it makes my skin uncomfortable or tight or dry, and I like the packaging. Last Paula's Choice product, I believe. Yeah, this one was sent to me as well. I think this one I ordered with store credit before they changed the program and didn't tell me about it. Anyway, this is the anti-aging eye gel. It's got the Kate Somerville horse hoof, as it's been described in the past. I do like this applicator a lot though. The thing with a roller ball is if it catches, you don't get the same like smoothing rolling benefit, whereas this is completely smooth on the top and slightly rounded, so it does fit to the eye contour quite nicely. It does fit over the eyelid, or at least my eyelid shape, quite nicely. It does stay quite cool, which is nice. Doesn't conduct heat as easily as you know, like a jade roller would or something like that. The formula is nice. It's very smooth. It is a true gel. And it's good. It's not the Ordinary's caffeine solution, for me at least, in terms of what it does for my eyes, but it's a nice product, I think, to layer with. I tend to need a cream because I put a quite dry, waxy concealer on top, so that creaminess tends to balance out the waxiness. And I notice if I use just this, I can't use most concealers, but it is nice. It's nice for the morning to kind of cool and soften and depuff. It doesn't smell like anything. It's nice. And if you need an eye gel with an applicator, it's a good one. Origin sent a really cute box with this amazing t-shirt that says, "I'd rather be masking." Clock me, why don't you? It's Richer, Poorer, and Origins. I think, is this a chocolate stain? Yep, already. It's a pocket, it's got the monogramming on it, it's really cute, it's really comfortable, it does feel very nice, very well made. This is a size large, and it fits me beautifully. I feel like the cut is a little bit more unisex as well. It doesn't have a very high sleeve cut, so if you don't like a short sleeve cut, this should be totally fine. Super thoughtful, super cute, super nice, I love it, and I love gray and red together, it's perfect. And they sent a couple of their masks, and obviously Origins is quite known for their masks in the marketplace. And I, in the past, have been very resistant to Origins. I'll be very real with you, because Checks and Balances was one of the worst product experiences I've ever had in my life, but I didn't know it at the time, right? I think it's what onset part of my cystic acne problem, because it was just so stripping and so drying and so just cramped with myristic acid, and I think it was potassium-based surfactants, and it just ruined my face. And so I was very like about the Paula's Choice methodology for a long time, where no fragrance, no essential oils, bad. And then obviously I changed my tune, obviously. And I'm at the point now where I'm just open to trying Origins in general, and the products that I've been using have been nice. So I'm like, what are you gonna do? what are you gonna do? I'm all about learning, admitting when I'm wrong, and I didn't have an open mind, and I should have. So I've learned from it now, and I'm just trying things and enjoying them. The Mega Mushroom Skin Relief Mask. Yes. So the box had the original skin pink clay, which I tried. It was okay it just didn't appeal to me. And then the Clear Improvement, which I haven't tried yet because I haven't run into super oily, congested times. It's not really my skin type. But dry, dehydrated, yes. So this is a kind of creamy mask. It's not super oily. It does kind of maintain like a creaminess. But I will say, in terms of texture, they got this one perfect because it maintains the same kind of thickness on the skin throughout the entire face. It doesn't get thinner in some places and then really bulked up in others. You can spread it evenly over the face, which is fantastic, so you can get a nice even application. They say 10 minutes. I'm like 45 minutes, an hour. I don't know that I'd call it like a cooling sensation, like there's no menthol sensation with that, but it does have a coolness to it, like your skin feels cooler. It's moisturizing, but not overly so. It's calming, and I think neutralizing is almost how I describe it, because it's not what I'm gonna reach for if my skin is on fire. It's been nice. It says tissue off. I tend to sort of use a warm cloth and just sort of press it off. But it's been great, and I love the packaging. And then also the GinZing SPF 40. Now I had never tried the old formula with the 15, but I'm really glad that they actually bumped up the SPF. It is actually a blend of organic and inorganic sunscreens. We've got octinoxate, octisalate, octocrylene, titanium dioxide, and zinc oxide. It's meant to sort of color adjust. Again, I can't compare it to the old one, and I know that's kind of a cult favorite, so I was a little surprised that they changed it. But I think the color, quote unquote, that's in here is meant to be self-adjusting, but for me it really it's the pink that offsets the potential blue cast of the titanium and zinc, particularly the zinc. It does have a very beautiful finish though. You could see kind of where I applied it, right? I mean, if I compare hands, can you see? It's certainly not the kind of thing you're going to want to use if you need a tinted moisturizer. But it is quite nice, and it's a 40, so I feel like even if I just put a little bit on, just if I'm, you know, running out for an errand on the weekend, I'm covered. I'm protected. Better than using like the 15, right? Algenist sent the Genius liquid collagen over, and I've been really liking it. And I actually still feel the same way that I do when I first tried it. It has both a humectant and occlusive quality to it. I wouldn't call it an occlusive sensation, but you feel like you've applied both serum and moisturizer in one when you use it on the skin. Now I know depending on who you ask, people will say collagen has no benefit to the skin. In terms of the molecule's too big, it can't get in, and I'm in that boat. I think that, you know, if you're using collagen on your skin expecting to see an extreme improvement in the quality and texture of your skin, I would say a retinoid is probably going to get you better results faster. But I also feel like collagen can have a sense of, again, that occlusive, like emollient nature. It can moisturize. And that's what I get with this. I just like that it has that double quality to it. I feel like the first time I used it, I put nothing else on before or after it, and my skin felt fine. And I've got quite dry and dehydrated skin. I wasn't scrambling for moisturizer. So I think that says something. I don't know in terms of truly like anti-aging. It's hard to say because there is so much collagen in it, and the other ingredients that are in here are good, but I just don't know about the collagen personally. The scent is the only thing that drives me insane. It reminds me of something like a hypothetical baby wipe would be scented this way, I think. Nope. Nope. But it's also killer to look at. So anyway, continuing on, Leilani Siren Serum. If you like high C orange, then you'll like this. It's an oil serum. It has, it's golden jojoba is I think the first ingredient, and then there's also a lot of orange and citruses in here. It's a little bit richer than the Aloha Ambrosia for reference. It definitely feels more like an oil serum rather than like an ester serum. but it's gorgeous. It's really enlivening for the daytime. It's very like juicy at night. It's for a radiant complexion, that's what it does. That's what it does very well. I think it's reasonably priced. I like the packaging. It's easy to use, and I'm down. You really only need one pump. I think one pump is perfect. I always try to do two, thinking, oh, let's put more on, but it's too much. Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint. I have been way behind. I'm not sure if there's something special with the application of the product, but it feels like there's something in here preventing a ton from just squirting out, because it's actually quite hard to get the product out of the bottle, and I'm so worried that I'll squeeze too hard one day and pop it, but I don't know. It's very pretty. If you like Chanel Vita Lumiere Aqua, Armani, the Luminescent CC, it's kind of similar to that. There's no SPF though, so it photographs beautifully. It looks great on camera too, just in case you were wondering. And it's nice, it's cute. I'm liking it. Oh, this. So this is Oilixia Amazonian Cacao Facial Oil, and it says in italics, glow, glow, glow. So obviously I was intrigued. So I flip it over, right? First ingredient is the cacao seed oil. It's Cacao/cacao seed oil. Then we've got apricot, almond, passion flower, safflower, squalane from olives, sandalwood, jojoba, sunflower, Brazil seed, acai, buriti, so on and so forth. Great formula, cute packaging, right? Adorable. That's a bug. And it is glow. Like, there's no way to describe this better than glow. You just look like your skin has captured light. It's beautiful, and you really don't need very much to get that effect. I use it both as an oil and as an oil serum. It's great, you know, fresh out of the shower, just smoothed onto the skin if you're just hanging out at home. I don't know if you can see. Ooh, it's gorgeous. Smells slightly of like a neroli. Excuse me, neroli. I've been saying it wrong the whole time, and I know someone's told me that before, but again, I'm an Aries. Slightly sweet, slightly floral, beautiful, glowy. Glowy, and you can put a little bit, press it over any places on your face after your makeup that look a little dull. It's beautiful, just pressed into the skin. It's great over a hydrating serum. And I think US retail it's $55, but who sent this to me? Beauty Mart in the UK. So I think you can get it from there as well. But fantastic, and I was very quick to be like, it's not the thickest cardboard, it's a standard package, but it's really good. This is gonna take a moment because we have to talk about this. This is the 3Lab M Cream, quote unquote M, Ultimate Lift. So I had used this once before in the past, but it was a sample packet. It was over a ton of other products. I wasn't thinking about it. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't looking for results. So I actually had this still sealed, tucked away, because I wanted to try the sample packet before I opened it. The first time I used this, I was mildly intoxicated, and it was at the end of the night, and I had actually put a bunch of other skincare on, and it all started peeling off. No, I know what happened. I put skincare on, drunkenly, I was like, let me just smear moisturizer on while I'm in bed. My drawers, where all my new product was next to my bed at the time, before I changed my furniture. Opened the drawer, grabbed a moisturizer, and it just started balling up. It was gross. And I was like, I can't, even though I'm a little bit buzzed, I needed to go wash my face and get it off. But I did not feel like putting on a whole bunch more skincare, so I had nothing else on my skin. I put this on, smeared it over while I was laying in bed. My skin felt like it did this, slightly. Not super tight film former, but it did feel a little bit more taut. It felt completely even in texture and application, and this has that same quality that the Origins mask has, in that you get a completely even application. Like, I cannot make this feel patchy or like it's absorbed weirdly in some places if I tried, right? Nothing else on my skin. I woke up the next morning, my skin was smooth. It felt texturally smoother, it looked brighter, it looked more radiant. I didn't have any dryness, I didn't have any dullness. And this is a hungover day. So since then, and that was, August, early August, since then I've been using it consistently, day and night, not every day, but almost every day, or at least multiple times a week, to really grow with it and see if it changes or doesn't keep working, and it hasn't. It's $190, and it works. I'm not saying that, you know, if you've got $190 to spend and you don't have any skincare that you should only buy something like this, although I do think if you were to only have this, you would maintain a good quality of skin. I think in terms of delivering different ingredients to your skin and maintaining balance and using acids and using certain vitamins and blah, 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 I think you would be limited, but I do still think this would maintain a good quality of skin. I think the formula is really nice. I think it looks like there's a lot of great ingredients in there in fairly significant concentration. The texture is fantastic. The scent is gorgeous. It's very orangey, like you know those orange gummy candies with the sugar? It's like that, but less sweet. And it sits nicely over literally whatever I put underneath it. It doesn't matter if I've layered on the strangest of consistencies. This still sits nicely on top. It smooths over oil like a dream. Makeup sits amazingly on top of it. I can put it around the eyes without any irritation. Goes on the neck. It's 2 ounces, which is, you know, it's not 1.7, right? The packaging is beautiful. It's heavy, feels substantial. And every time I use it, my skin feels smoother, and texturally it's smoother and softer and more radiant. And when I wash it off, that radiance still remains. So I don't know. I'm just saying it's been nice. I will do a full write-up on it, but I essentially told you all you need to know, right? It's gorgeous, and I'm really liking it. Thank you to Woods & Co. for sending that over. I'm trying to disclose, even though no one's been weird about it, because, I mean, I hope you guys think I wouldn't lie to you, because, yikes. I went to New London Pharmacy in Chelsea, in New York, and got some Santa Maria Novella Rosewater just to have it, because it's beautiful. And, yeah, it's just literally, it's cabbage rosewater. It's Rosa centifolia water. It smells very similar to like the Ren Rosa centifolia or anything that's Rosa centifolia that you've smelled before. It's a very watery rose, so it has that cleanness. You don't feel like you're touching velvet soft rose petals. You feel like you're smelling, you know, rose water as you walk past, you know, a spa or something like that. It's beautiful, and this size was 35. It's 8.4 ounces. It's huge. I like to pour it on my hands and just sort of press it on my body or my face, or I'll throw it in the bath, or God, just kind of multi-purpose. It's just fun and nice to have. I did a boy smells order, and I got Kush and June's, and Kush is the one that really stuck out to me. June's is also really nice in that there's a lot of anise in it, and it has like a like that, you know, licorice-y kind of vibe to it, and it's gorgeous. But Kush is really, for me, what the kind of experience that I like to make in my house. It's a creamy suede with a warmth to it for sure. It does feel like it's a creamy, slightly spicy suede. What spice is in here? Amber. It's got to be the amber that's giving it that warm, inviting, autumnal kind of vibe. It does not smell like weed, but it does have that very inviting home kind of scent for, I would say, cooler months where you just need something that's going to warm everything up and feel warm and comforting and inviting. Definitely would recommend. The scent does not get thrown as far with this one though as it does with the June's, so this is the kind of thing I like to keep lower down. I did an Instagram little mention. I like to keep it like on the coffee table where you can sort of smell it a little bit easier. The PF Candle Company Room Spray. This is number 21 Golden Coast, and I got this couple months ago. The room sprays though, I think these for me really stand out. One spritz and you're good. I mean, for me, my bathroom's tiny, but I sprayed this in my living room and I could smell it all the way in the bedroom. This scent is quite nice. I can't quite place my finger on what it smells like. It's said to have sage and Palo Alto and white lavender, I believe. There's definitely a lavender element, but it's not like in your face, but I would call it a woody fougere, but also salty air. I think that's the inspiration. It's the California coast, so gorgeous. And these are 10 bucks. I would be totally down with just going hog wild on the site and getting a couple of them, one for each room, because it's nice to just spritz in the air before you've got company coming over or in the bathroom, or I'll even spray it on my bed linen sometimes if I just want to like refresh. And for 10 bucks, and fun little sneak peek, I just got this delivered this morning. It's the big pink pouch. Hi! Super excited. I've already applied this. The scent is not strong, but it is long lasting. So if you like gnarly, and I haven't used this yet, but I'm excited. It's huge. It's the size of my head. I'm obsessed. I'll put my link below if you want to get it. I'm into it. And I love you guys. Talk to you again very soon. Mwah.